Okay, so let's go ahead and begin. My name is Beverly Macy, and I am a lecturer at the UCLA MEMES program, UCLA Anderson, where we are putting on our summer program this year 100% digitally, and we're super excited about that. The course that I teach is Managing the Enterprise in Media and Entertainment. And it's really a business course that takes students through some of the basics of business as it relates to entertainment, media, and sports. Part of the program is to bring in some very, very highly skilled and amazing speakers. And one of my students' favorite speakers from last year was Fabio Borges. Fabio is a international correspondent. He is a correspondent for Rede TV in Brazil. And we're going to have a nice conversation today, Fabio, and talk a little bit about your experience both in the field and also last year when you visited our class. So welcome.
Thank you very much, Beverly. And I have to say, let's start with that. I am one of your students. So I was one of your students when you were teaching digital marketing on social media, and that course, those classes helped me a lot to bring build my personal marketing. So basically, yes, I'm a journalist. I've been a journalist for more than 20 years, actually since 1996, when I first started studying journalism. And then I became a reporter for Rede TV. Before that, I worked for other television stations and also to another companies, media companies. But basically, most of my career as a reporter, it's been with Rede TV. And for the last 15 years and for the last 11 years, I've been working as an international correspondent based here in USA. So I started working in New York, covering all the important meetings at United Nations and also traveling to Washington, meeting with world leaders and a bunch of interesting people. So I worked there from 2009 to 2011, and it's when I was transferred here to California to work specifically, but not just on the entertainment. So basically, I do a lot of coverage on Hollywood. So I have access to major studios, and I have the privilege to interview firsthand actors, producers, directors. So basically, every time a movie is about to be released, the studios invite me to watch the movie, interview the talents and the producers and the directors, make a review and release this review through a video piece, a TV segment to Rede TV. And the Rede TV, we have a huge presence on social media and also on TV. On TV, it's about 10 million viewers every night. So it's a lot of people. I work for the Rede TV News. It's one of the most traditional news shows in Brazil. And Rede TV also has millions and millions of followers on the social media platform, different social media platforms. So for example, on YouTube, we have about 9 million, and another 9 million Facebook, and another million on Instagram. So we have a huge following. So that's why it's really important for the studios as well to have contact with me, because I can make this interchange and exchange this information coming from here, USA, going to Brazil. And as I said before, I'm a journalist. So basically what I do is not just centered on entertainment. So I cover sports, technology, hard news. I've been working a lot in interviewing specialists talking about COVID-19. Mm-hmm. I cover politics. I've been in different countries, South America, Central America, North America, Asia, Europe, doing all kinds of stories. So it's been a long journey, and I'm always glad to join you, because every time I meet with you, I learn a lot of good stuff that I apply to my work. So thank you very much for the invitation.
Well, thank you. And the secret about you, Fabio, is how popular and famous you are in Brazil. You're actually very famous. Our Brazilian students from last into the class because they, Fabio, so that's great. So very good. And, you came to the class, Fabio, and you told your story, and you also gave some opportunities to students to interact and learn more about what it is that you do. But could you talk about kind of the program from your vantage point, what you got to see and how valuable you think that is for young people who want to get into this field?
Yes, and first of all, I think it's very interesting for them to apply to these classes because they can have contact with professionals that are on the field, professionals that are very up to date in their fields. So I was one of them. I have the honor to talk to them, and also I had the opportunity to take some of your students to work with me on the red carpet, and they love it, the experience. So some of them went to the premiere of The Lion King, another one to the premiere of Fast and Furious. So I think it's important for them to have contact with professionals like me who are working and always keeping update on what's going on. It's the best way. Of course, they will learn a lot with you, a lot of things. They will read the books that you will recommend, the texts. They will see all this new program in a digital way, but it's always nice to talk to the professionals. Yes.
I think so. And one of the things that we're so proud of at the UCLA Anderson MEMES program, especially for the summer program, is that we do have access to so many top studios, top professionals in the field, such as yourself. This year, we're going to be going 100% digital, and we're super excited about that. And we're excited about how we'll be able to bring some new elements into the program that will be fresh and a new take on how we do things. So a big part of that will be to include our speakers as we do, such as yourself, and thank you for agreeing to speak with this coming year's class. But we'll also be doing some other exciting things related to digital and be able to show people, open the world for them so that they can see what's going on. And I think that's going to make it really, really exciting for students. If you were advising students at this point and they were coming into a class like this, what are some of the things that you think they should really be attuned to and look to take away from the class?
Video production, I think it's trending right now because now more than ever, video is the way to communicate. It could be through Zoom, Skype conversation, or posting videos on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook. Everybody nowadays have the opportunity to be a broadcaster. And this is the time where people are relying so much on the information, especially through TV, through the internet. So I think your students, they should capitalize on how to create content and in order to promote their brands. And I can help them with that. I can give some tips to them.
Excellent. That's great. And Fabio, so thank you for that. That's excellent. And I think it's a really important point as we build out the syllabus in this all digital program to really be thinking about the fact that, and you mentioned earlier the coronavirus, as we all are in this moment, that we are really transitioning to this video world. And whether you like it or not, now, whether you're a business person in the education field, in the entertainment field, we're all creating content now, and it can go everywhere. So that's important, and thank you for highlighting that. Maybe, Fabio, you could spend a couple minutes just kind of talking about what a week is like for you, in terms of if someone said to themselves, gosh, I would love to do what he's doing, go all around the world and interview all these top amazing world leaders and famous people, what does the life of Fabio look like in terms of your working life on a day-to-day basis?
Well, first of all, it's a lot of reading, a lot of research, a lot of talking to other colleagues, and I need to be aware about what's going on in different fields, because being a journalist, I need to be ready to talk about everything in no time. So as I said, I cover all kinds of subjects. So sports, entertainment, technology, politics. Just before this interview here with you, I was watching one of the press conferences from the White House. So I need to be aware of everything that it's going on in a local, national, and international basis. And I have also the opportunity to produce the video of my content. So besides being a journalist, I'm also a videographer. And I've been doing that for the last 11 years. So I have all the skills to create a story, basically deciding what is the important story that I will tell. And I decide that in conjunction with my editors. Every day we decide what is going to be the story of the day. Of course, lately the story of the day is the COVID-19. So once we have that determination, once we have that set, this story is going to be this one here. So then I start to do my research on that subject. I start to making contacts, and nowadays interviewing people through Skype or other digital ways. Once I have that, I write my text. I pretty much summarize what's going on, because I need to translate that in a way that everybody can understand. I'm a messenger, as any other journalist. We tell stories, and we try to, at least in Brazil, we try to do journalism in an impartial way. So I don't express my opinion on any subject. So because of that, the responsibility that I have is huge in order to not polarize any subject. I present the facts, and then my audience will decide which way they want to follow. So especially because I have more than 10 million viewers every night, so the responsibility is huge. So basically my daily routine is I wake up at 6 in the morning, start reading the news. I do that until 9 a.m., start working, writing my texts, talking to people, being in contact with news agency to see what's going on in other parts of the world. And then in the middle of the day, in the afternoon, I put everything together. I do a little pre-editing, send to my editors in Brazil. They will put the whole story together. I'll do my voiceover, and we finally put that on air. So my story was just on air tonight. So it's every day. It's a long journey every day. Very interesting. Well, I love what I do.
That's great. And students who come to the class will come through the program this summer would be able to learn more from you, Fabio, about your history and other things that you have to share. I want to thank you so much for this time that you spent with us today. We really, really appreciate it. And I know how busy you are. You've got to get back to all that work that you're doing. Thank you again. And we will definitely look forward to seeing you in the summer, and students will be very, very excited to know that you're coming. So thanks again.
Thank you very much for the opportunity, for the invitation. And of course, when I present my story, when I talk to your students in your class, the conversation will be a little bit longer, and we will have some chat. I will be more than glad to listen to their questions, answer their questions, and exchange information, because I believe that every student has the potential to be the next big TV reporter, TV broadcaster, or any kind of field they want to do it. So if I can help them to determine and to walk that way and to decide what is important for them, I will be more than happy to do it. More than happy to do it.
Thank you again. And we'll have information for those of you who would like to learn how to sign up for the program. Thank you so much.
Thank you.